Naimbang na ang Sapa Montañosa, and welcome to the show where we talk about relevant matters surrounding our Ili ay Calalaitan Mountain Province. This is the show where we get to listen, learn, and be informed of not only the government agencies, programs, projects, and activities, but understand insights from our private sectors as well. Kaya huwag na natin pahabain pa, kakailyan, tawag mo. It's the season of graduation, Bintang Bulan Itinansyun, and our SUCs here in Mountain Province, the Mountain Province State Polytechnic College and Saichen, by the time po na you are watching this, have already or is already conducting yung mga graduation rites nila. My name is Valerie Taduba of the Philippine Information Agency, and I will be your host for Itaku Amon. And a very fitting first episode for today's program na Itaku Amon, because we are going to have a career guidance type of discussion in order for you to have an inner thing, or in order for you to have an idea of the inner workings of your chosen field, particularly the uniformed service. We have invited the Tribe Bureau from the Department of Interior and Local Government, or DILG, to be our guest for today's episode.
Thank you very much. By the way, I am the Senior Inspector Bartolome Prasmanya, the Acting Warden of Mountain Province District J.
And good morning po. I am Fire Officer G. Rebecca Titilan Bagulog from the Office of the Provincial Fire Marshal, BFP Mountain Province.
And Joyo Isay Agotokongi, I am Patron Cruz from the Mountain Province Police Provincial Office.
So with that, po, tatapay lang, sirs and ma'am, ako po nagpapasalamat na for taking your time off to be in this our program as our guest. So wag na po natin patagalin. Rugi ang tayong nalupoy, discussion tayo, ating alamin kung ano nga ba ang trabaho ng ating kapulisan, our firefighters, and the personnel under the BJMP. Let's go ahead, Susan.
Okay, so good morning once again. So basically, kasi sa pagiging police is they call us the jack of all trades. Kasi yan, hindi lang ang pagiging police, hindi lang siya nag-focus sa isang trabaho. So mag-focus na lang muna tayo sa primary na trabaho ng police, which is providing safety and security to the citizens. So yun ang pinaka-basic na job ng pagiging police officers. So basically, kung papasok kayo sa servisyo, lalo na sa pagiging police, nakikita nyo naman siguro dito sa Mountain Province, yung mga kapulisan natin, yung mga nalideploy dyan during sa umaga, sa hapon, yung police visibility natin, nandyan sila para sa police visibility to deter crimes. Ganon. Aside from providing security, aside from maintaining safety and security, meron din tayo dito yung PCR, yan po yung Police Community Relations natin, which is focusing dun sa pagkakatakbo namin ng mga outreach activities, mga ganyan. We are helping those who in need. Yun po.
Thank you very much, sir. How about sa Bureau of Fire Protection?
And again, good morning once again. So, sa Bureau of Fire Protection po, kung ang tatanungin natin is kung ano po ang trabaho ng ating mga bombero. So, I will share it in the basing on the 4 pillars of DRR for the prevention, preparedness, and response, and then recoveries. So, for the preparedness, we are for the prevention. I mean, for the prevention, we are conducting fire prevention teams and seminars on the schools, and not only schools, only barangay. And we have also the Oplan Ligtas na Pamayanan program of the Bureau of Fire Protection na ikinahalak na ating mga bombero. And then for the For the preparedness, we conduct of trainings, CFAG trainings, and then drills, fire drills in schools, and drills in the sa communities din. And then for the response, we respond to fire emergencies and other emergencies, not only the fire, pwede din sa mga medical emergencies. And then sa recovery phase boys, we have the program of the not only the BFP Mountain Province but the BFP as a whole, the tree planting activities. And then for the other activities din ng Bureau of Fire Protection is the regular cleanup drive participation, and then yung mga tree planting activities.
Ayun, thank you.
Yan po sa BFP.
Yes, well, let's proceed po sa ating kay Sir Bart of BJMP.
Hello. As a backgrounder, sabihin mo natin yung backgrounder. Kilala niyo ba kung sino si FPJ ng DILG?
Sino po?
Hindi niyo kilala si FPJ ng DILG. Ito, Fire Police Jail. Yan. Yun, baka kilala niya si Boko. Yan. FPJ ng DILG. As a backgrounder, the Drive Bureau was created under Republic Act 6975. Before PCINP, sila may hawak na police natin, yung fire at jail. But the creation of this law, the fire police fire is now distinct and separate from each other. So nagkaroon na ng BJMP. We have with the rank of jail director as our chief BJMP. This is true with fire and ganun sa PNP. So yun, nagkaroon ng Drive Bureau DILG. So we are within the same umbrella, the uniform service of the DILG. CBJMP is mandated for by law to provide humane safekeeping and provide developmental opportunities to persons deprived of liberty. Sino naman itong si persons deprived of liberty? Itong tinatawag natin noon na inmate. So it is more humane not to consider our PDL na dapat i-consider sila na PDL and not inmate. So yun. So itong trabaho ni BJMP, sila ngayon ang namamahala sa mga kulungan ng ating bansa. However, si BJMP, ang hawak niya lang ay ang district jails, city jails, and municipal jails. Provincial jail at sub-provincial jail is under the command of the province, the provincial government. So, kung makikita ninyo, medyo fragmented pa rin yung fragmented. So, yun. So, kung makikita nyo na si BJMP, hindi namin kaano yung mga provincial jails. So, ang main task ng BJMP ay ayusin ang buhay ng ating mga PDL sa loob ng kulungan. This is ang core in our mantra, changing lives, building a safer nation. Noon, kung makikita nyo, ang ating mga kulungan ay nakakagulo, hindi undisciplined, pero dahil sa mantra na yun, inaayos ni BJMP ang buhay ng ating mga kapatid na nasa loob ng kulungan. So makikita nyo halos yung disiplina na binibigay ng BJMP sa ating mga PDL. So we have many programs. So So we have TCMP, Therapeutic Community Modality Program. This program is a behavioral shaping tools. Meron din tayong mga different several activities. We have religious activities, livelihood, kasi nga, yung mga habang nandun sila sa loob, kahit pa paano ay kumikita yung ating mga PDL sa loob. No? Ini-enhance natin ang mga skills nila, dine-develop yun, para kahit pa paano makatulong sila sa kanilang mga pamilya. We have educational program. No? We have ALS. No? We have the alternative learning system. Habang sila'y nandun sa loob, sila'y nag-aaral, if they are qualified, sila ay binibigyan ng pagkakataon na mag-aral sa loob. We have these senior high students. No? So, hindi lang tayo. Kasi there must be a continuity of the program. So, what is the continuity? Dapat, may alis tayo, what's next? So, we have, again, the senior high. So, may mga students tayo enroll na senior. Not only that, we have college education behind bars. So, we have, at present, we have 11 enrolled in college. So, gaganon ang ginagawa ng BGMP sa ating mga PDL. In multi-province district J, meron tayo lahat ng 23 enrolled in ALS, senior high, and college students. The college students, we have criminology, we have nursing and engineering students. Doon sila naka-enroll. So, aside from that, hindi nyo lang kung minsan si BGMP, hindi nyo nakikita masyado sa labas because we are more concentrated in our facility. But because of the growing concern, si BGMP, hindi kagaya ng ating mga PNP at ng ating mga fire na nakikita nyo. Si BGMP ay lumalabas sa kanyang comfort zone. No? Gaya ng sabi po nila ng fire, PNP. We have also inland drive cleanup drive. So inland, meaning, dahil wala na tayong coastal, so inland, makikita nyo kami doon na nakikinig sa ating mga river. No? We have cleanup drive sa ating community. Tree planting activity. So again, we have this program, the 4B program. What is this 4B program? Bridging Family Bond Behind Bars. Ito naman, itong programa na to, within the region, ay pumupunta kami, kinukumusta namin ang pamilya ng ating mga PDL. Nagbibigay ng counseling, tinitingnan natin kung anong ibibigay. We all know na mahirap sa pamilya mo ay walang katulungan dahil ang isa sa kanyang member ng pamilya ay nasa ating kulong. So yun ay tinitingnan din ni BGMP. So we are considering the all aspects on how we can help to the family of our PDL. So gagano po ang ginagawa ng ating BGMP. As of now, we have launched the Servicio Fair. No? May Servicio Fair ang BGMP na responsive services to a resilient bagong Pilipinas. So, napakaganda ng programa na to na kami ay makita nyo sa labas kung paano namin kung ang bagong Pilipinas ay pumupunta na nilalapit ang mga servisyo. Kami naman po ay pumupunta rin po sa community para maibigay din po ang servisyo ng BGMP. So, makikita nyo kung pumupunta kami doon sa pamilya ng ating mga PDL kung paano may makatulong din sa kanila. And we have this program the resilient Bagong Pilipinas, we will be having, we will be going to far-flung areas na magkaroon kami ng legal services, medical, and dental. And this is within our rank. So may mga BDMP kasi may mga abogado, may doktor, nurses, psychometrician, teachers. So yun po ang dadalhin ng BDMP sa community para makatulong dito. So that is your BDMP.
Ayun. There you have it. So, sa mga nasabi po nila, ang ating kapulisan is not only for peace and order. Ang our firefighters ay hindi lang po sila tagapagpatay sunog. And of course, ang ating mga personals ng BJMP naghaanda lang po magbantay itinay PDLs. So they are more than just what they're kung ano po kung yung mga stereotypes that we know of. So without your so papunta na po tayo sa exciting part. Ito na. Ito yung favorite na tanong ng lahat ng mga tao. And the question goes, kailangan po ba na criminology graduate ka before ka makapasok sa PNP, BFP, or sa BJMP?
Yeah, so that is the common misconception ng mga students natin. Sa pagpasok sa serbisyo, lalo na sa Tri-Bureau or other uniformed service, it is not necessarily na tayo, criminology graduate tayo. So there are other professions, either other courses na pwede mong kunin para pumasok ka sa service. So the P4K teacher ka, hindi ka lang pwede pumasok sa serbisyo. Every courses is encouraged to join the uniform service. It's just that sa pagiging criminology kasi, advantage lang sa kanila yung pagiging criminologist kasi yung mga ituturo sa inyo during training at merong manggagaling doon sa subjects or may mga pinag-aralan nyo during your criminology days, yung college days nyo pala.
Same goes po sa BFP, hindi mo kailangan na criminology graduate.
Yes, ma'am.
And I guess even sa BJMP service.
Si BJMP, again, not necessarily na ikaw may criminology graduate. No? Again, as I said, si BJMP is dealing with people. No? These people are considered, they are outcasted. No? They are sick people that needs to be addressed. So again, may mga teachers, may psychometrician. So any courses, for as long as you meet the minimum requirement. So what is this minimum requirement? First, you should be a baccalaureate degree holder and second level eligibility. So yun po ang requirement, the minimum requirement para ma-consider ka to be appointed sa BJMP.
Ayun. So, again, hindi kailangan. It's not a necessity na you are a graduate of criminology, however, may certain advantage. So, since nasa topic na nga po din tayo ng graduate of criminology, tanongin na rin natin sa ating mga panel members. Niya ba certain graduate po din in college?
Oh, I'm proud na criminologist ako. I'm a criminology graduate. University of Baguio.
How about you, Typo?
I'm a BS Nursing graduate.
Ayun, that's sir.
So, parehas kami ni Sir Mario. I'm also a graduate of criminology from the University of the Cordilleras.
And I am a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Communication from the University of the Cordilleras. So, following na rin po yung na-mention ni Sir, going off doon sa sinabi ni Sir na mga minimum requirements going into the uniform service. Since andun na rin po tayo sa lane na yun, tanongin na lang din po natin kung paano ba, how can an individual get selected or be part of the uniform service? Paano ba yung hiring process ng PNP, BFP, and of course BJMP? Because I do so believe na magkakaiba po yung hiring process po ninyo. So, let us go ahead and find out po kung ano yung mga what the people needs to know in order for them to get in, and kung ano din po yung kailangan nilang i-prepare yung mental state po nila. Kailangan ba na kalmado lang, chill lang, or physically fit? Kailangan ba yun? Go ahead, sir.
Ayun, so sa recruitment process ng PNP, meron sa pagpasok kasi sa Tri-Bureau or sa any uniform service, halos pare-parehas yung requirements natin. So, number one, you must be natural born Filipino, yun siguro. Yun. Tapos, another is, you should, sa PNP, ang papasok sa service is 21 to 30 years old. Yeah, tapos must be physically and mentally fit. Aside from that, meron tayong mga documentary requirements such as yung clearances natin, ito yung Certificate of Good Moral Character, tapos yung katibayan natin na we are a holder of baccalaureate degree, which is the OTR and yung diploma natin. So, yun ang mga primary requirements natin para makapasok tayo sa PNP. After that, yun na, meron na tayo doon sa pagpasok kasi, i-compile nyo yung mga requirements nyo sa folder, tapos doon na mag-i-start yung recruitment process natin. Yung pipili lahat kayo sa mga, by the way, sa mga hindi pala graduate ng walang board exam na courses. Meron tayong tinatawag na civil service at saka yung sa NAPOLCOM. So yun, pwede kayo mag-take ng civil service at saka ng NAPOLCOM natin to enter the service. So afterwards, pag napili na kayo, ayan na meron yung exam. After passing the exam, lalabas yung initial names nyo doon. Pag pumasa at meron yung pangalan nyo doon sa list na yun is, we will now be proceeding to the physical agility test. Doon matetest yung kung kaya ba ng katawan ninyo yung challenge ng pagiging isang police officer. So after mo ipasa yung physical agility test, mag-proceed tayo sa medical and dental natin. So dapat pagpapasok tayo sa services, we need to ensure that our eyes, especially our eyes, dapat 20/20 vision ka. Yan. And yung ngipin dapat, kailangan din natin alagaan yung oral health natin kasi minsan yung mga applicants namin is doon sila nalalaglag kasi yung ngipin nila is kulang. Yeah. So, yeah, after tayo pumasa ng medical and dental, we will mag-proceed na tayo dun sa neuropsychological examination. Yun, so doon nila titignan if you are mentally fit to enter the service. Then, after nun, doon na yung final interview natin. Pag naipasa ang final interview, expect na you will be joining the service. So, yung pagpasok na doon is meron tayong 1 year na training. 6 months po na PSGRC, Public Safety Basic course for the duration of 6 months. Diyan tuturo sa inyo yung mga basic na kailangan matutunan ng isang police officer. Then afterwards, after yung 6 months, you graduate kayo for the PSFTP or Public Safety Field Training course. Yun doon nyo na i-apply sa outside yung mga natutunan nyo during nung nasa loob pa kayo sa training center. So, yun po for the part of PNP.
Sa PNP ba, sir, usually yung hiring process niya ba siyang kagad?
Based from my personal experience kasi kami yung COVID batch kasi, so kasagsagan ng pandemic nung kami nag-apply kami. So, binilisan nila yung hiring process sa amin with the span of 2 weeks tapos na. Tapos 2 weeks kami nag-bilip para doon stay sa isang billeting area para doon sa out-taking ceremony namin.
Ayun. So let's proceed naman po kasi very fresh yung listahan ng mga FO1 applicants natin. Kasi kakakita ko lang sa Facebook na release sila ng FO1 applicants. So fresh from the hiring process. Paano naman po sa BFP?
Okay. Sa processing po ng application for BFP, ma'am, is actually yung minimum qualifications for the Bureau is same, ma'am. It's please allow me to use my must be a bachelor's degree holder and must possess a second level eligibility. And then, ang sabi ni sir, must not less than 21 years old and not more than 30 years of age. But sa atin po, ma'am, is may height and age waiver. May age waiver sa about 30 years old, but should not exceed to 36 years old from the time of appointment or of taking. And then next po doon is must not at least 1.52 sa female po, and then 1.57 sa male. Pero sa atin po ng mga IPs na talagang natural na
Hindi tayo vertically.
yes. Yes po ma'am. Is meron po tayong height waiver na ginagawa sa atin. Next po doon is sa weight po, kailangan not more than 5 kilograms ang more than sa standard na weight po. And then, sa general, yun po yung ating minimum qualifications. For the general qualifications, same din po, as a citizen of the Republic of the Philippines, the applicant should have good moral character, and then must have passed the new psychiatric ma'am and the drug test, and then must not have dishonorably discharged or dismissed for cause from previous employment, and then the last is must not have been convicted. And then pag meron po tayong hiring ng FO1 ma'am, is ito po yung mga requirements na dapat i-prepare ng mga applicants natin. Yung application letter ma'am to be addressed to the BFP Regional Director. So yung hiring po natin ma'am is sa regional level. And then PDS, yung mga work experience sheet, and then service record, mga clearances, and then the family documents ma'am should be PSA. Kailangan po PSA siya. And then yung mga clearances is from the barangay to the barangay clearance, mayor's clearance, the municipal fire code clearance, regional clearance to police clearance, and then the National Bureau of Investigation. So next po din ma'am is yung sa mga may waiver, i-attach po, and then sa application po sa BFP natin ma'am is kailangan po ang unexpired 2 government IDs. And then we have the PhilHealth MDR and the team. So sa mga nagbabalak pa na mag-apply ng BFP, they should secure earlier yung mga team, and then PhilHealth MDR para prepared na po siya sa next na recruitment. So for now, ongoing na po ang recruitment for non-fire officer 1. So nasa CBI na po sila. Complete background investigation. So as to process stages or process of the recruitment, same po sa sinabi ni Sir na from the qualifying exam to the physical or PAT agility test, then sa neuro and medical, and then next doon is this one, the CBI, and then from CBI to panel interview, and then from panel interview yung mga makapasa doon, sila ang for final deliberation. Doon pipili ang ating appointing authority, our regional director kung sino ang mga mapalad na makakapas. Yun po ang kung paano tayo maging fire officer.
Sa BFP ba ma'am, same ba sa BNP na may mga quota din?
Yes ma'am. So yung ongoing recruitment natin ba is 86 po yun.
Sa region po yan or
sa region ma'am, regional
86. So hopefully 80 dito sa Mountain Province. Ayun, sa DJMP naman, sir, kumusta naman po yung hiring process natin?
Okay. Bago natin nasagutin yung tanong na yan. So, tatanungin lang natin yung mga applicants. Are you ready? Ibig pong sabihin ito na if you are now part of the uniform service, yung mga, yung iba nagbabakasyon, nagliliwalin. Yung uniform service, nagtatrabaho 24 hours for your convenience. So, again, yung mga mag-a-apply, kung gusto niyo na ganun maging buhay ninyo, mag-apply kayo sa BJP. Inconveniencing ourselves for the convenience of others. So, pag Holy Week, nagbabakasyon yung mga tao, kami, naka-duty kami. Naka-red alert kami. Ayan. So, yun lang muna gusto kong i-emphasize kung gusto nyo maging member ng tribe. Si BJMP, every year we have recruitment. No? So, nag-start the pool of applicants, no? Nag-start yan November until January. February, lahat ng nag-apply, nag-submit ng kanilang 2015. Ano ba itong 2015 na ito? Yung 2015 na yung sinabi kanina ng file at ng PNP. So, nandun lahat yung documents. You have your local clearances, nandun lahat yun. No? So, yung 215, folder yun na isasubmit sa regional office. Thereafter, merong entrance exam. No? Yung mga applicants. But for criminologists na gaya ko, they're exempt to take the exam, the entrance exam. No? Yun din, magkakasunod na yun. So, magkakaroon na rin ng CBI. Magkakaroon na rin ng neuro. No? Kapag pumasa ka doon ka lang papasok sa next stage ng recruitment. Kasi nga, again, the BJMP deals with people. No? People who are considered sick in the community. No? So, yung talaga pinag-ahandaan na ating applicants. Kasi kapag hindi na walang bumabagsak sa neuro sa amin. Si BJMP, ang sinasabi lang doon is na granted. Kapag lumabas yung pangalan mo na not granted, hindi ka na i-consider for the next phase. Na kapag granted, lumabas, we have two kinds of neuro. Kasi meron tayong battery test. Yung, kapag doon pa lang battery test, hindi ka na pumasa, hindi ka na sasama para doon sa written neuro exam. Kapag pumasok, tapos may exam, meron tayong psychiatrist interview. Kahanda ka na. Interview ang ating psychiatrist. Pag doon na, papasok na doon yung panel interview. The same process, no? Si BJMP, ang off-taking na mga na-consider for appointment for jail O1, no, is July 1. So, July 1, ang off-taking, yung mga na-consider for appointment, July 1 siya. So, nakita nyo yung napakatagal. Pero, for information ng mga gustong pumasok, to become a member of the elite forces of the BJMP, dapat naka-ready kayo physically and mentally. Gaganon kano yung ating recruitment process. Last year, 2023, ang nag-apply dito sa region, 499. Ang ang pumasa sa neuro is 120. No? Napaka-ano talaga ng neuro natin. Ngayon, yung mag-technique code na yung July 1, kasi nag-process na sila ngayon, ang nag-apply doon is 421. Ang pumasa naman doon, ganun din, napaka-stiff, no? ng pagpasa sa ating sa neuro exam. So, again, kapag magtitake kayo ng neuro, dapat naka-ready kayo. No? Mahirap mag-run ang ating mga neuro kapag hindi maayos yung tulong natin sa gabi. Ayun. So, yun ang kwan ni BJMP. Yung mga processes, pareho na sa neuro. Walang pinagkaiba, pero sa PNP, every process may nahuhulog na sa kanila. Kapag hindi ka pumasa dun sa physical exam nila, tanggal ka na. Madalis na mag-ulis ang PNP ka kasi nga napaka-stricto ng recruitment. Sa sub-SIP, ganun din sa 5, lalo na kay BJMP. Ayan, napakahirap. Ang ano lang doon, maraming nag-a-apply ng trabaho. So, dapat naka-ready yung mga aplikante natin. Hindi siya yung pabanjing-banjing lang. Kasi nga maraming process na dapat mo daanan. Kapag pasok ka na doon sa final, magkakaroon ngayon ng deliberation. Magkakaroon ng deliberation for i-recommend yun to assist the regional director kung sino ang kanyang i-appoint. So, yun ang nakuha ni BJP. Because the committee that handles the recruitment processes merely assist the regional director kung sino ang kanyang i-appoint. So, ganun po yan.
So, yung appointing authority po ba sa Bureau is the same as across the regional directors?
For the BJMP, it is the regional director who appoints. No? I think ganun din sa 5 and sa PNP.
So yun na po. Ito po yung mga ladies and gentlemen, sila po yung mga sumagot na ready sila sa katanungang, are you ready? And here you are. And here they are po. So before we proceed, a very personal question to our members of the family. Hindi na po siya personal. Pero personal na rin siya. Ilang years na po ba tayo, sir, in the service?
Yes. In the service, I entered the service 1996.
Sino hindi pa tayo panganak doon?
1996 when I entered the service.
So 1996, wag mo na akong i-math. Ang ilang years na yun, huwag na tayo mag-math.
Huwag na tayo mag-math. So 1996, so 29 service, 29.
How about si Ma'am? Ilang years na po tayo?
9 years, no?
9 years. And
so, magpa 4 years kami this October.
4 years. So, we were 4 years, 9 years, and 29 years. So, since you have the mic, sir, yung next question is bato ko po sa'yo. Pa-share naman po kami nito. So, this is the part na where we're going to ask kung ano po yung experience ninyo as an individual. So, how were you able to, ano yung parang mentality ninyo? Like, since kayo nga po, sir, no, it's very diverse ito kasi si sir pumasok siya na 19 kopong years. Si Sir Nawalis pumasok siya ng pandemic era, and then Ma'am is, I think, sa regular era na siya nakapasok. So it's a very diverse and very different naman situation that during the time na pumasok kayo. So let's start with you, sir, as a pandemic recruit. Kumusta po? Ano po yung experience niyo going through into the process of hiring?
Ayun, so yun kasi sa pandemic kasi, di ba, so na-experience naman natin yung buhay ng pandemic. So first talaga sa akin na naging burden ko siguro sa pagpasok is yung financial. Kasi nag-close yung business namin, so walang masyadong source of income para gamitin sa pagpasok. Kasi yung mga clearances pa lang, yung pagkuha mo pa lang ng mga documentary requirements, so maubos na doon yung pera mo. And aside from that, yung required kasi sa amin nun yung swab test. Ang mahal ng swab test nun, 4,000 yung swab test nun sa Baguio. Then, we need to be contained sa isang building area, which is another gastos na naman yun. So, medyo malaki-laki rin yung nagastusan before ako nakapasok doon. So, aside from that, yung struggles na lang siguro, yung mga struggles doon sa pagpasok, I for one, medyo sabi ko sa sarili ko, criminology graduate ako, alam ko na yung mga gagawin dito, ganyan, siguro kaya-kaya. Parang basic lang ba, parang ganun yung approach ko doon sa training, pero doon ako nagkakamali kasi pagpasok ko doon sa, parang na-culture shock din ulit ako although yung naranasan ko yung ganun, parang naging dumoble or tumipli yung hirap niya sa akin doon kasi as in, grabe, nag-prepare naman ako para pumasok, lalo na yung kasi sa pagpasok, sa training kasi yung 6 months na duration yun na sa PSPRC kasi more on physikalan kasi yan na yung physikalan yung palakasan yung sistema na yung takbo kayo every morning na ganyan, wala katapos ang takbo, papalakas. Yun siguro yung isa sa maging struggles ko noon na during my training. Tapos as per naman, sa trabaho naman, sa trabaho ngayon is yung first year lang siguro, yung siyempre newbie ka pa lang sa service, yan, medyo nahihirapan ka kung paano sumabay sa ihip na kung paano sumabay sa trabaho ng pagiging police officer. So, yun lang siguro sa akin mga
so, do not underestimate yung yeah. Hindi porket criminology graduate na. Noted. About si Makwa, kumusta naman yung experience natin?
Okay po, as for my experience, but first is what inspired me? What inspired me to apply or to enter in the BFP is that my one-time training, tapos yung mga trainers namin is, and I'm on because I'm a nursing graduate, tapos yung mga yung mga trainers are from the BFP. So, yun ang nag-ano sa akin, nurses pala are pwede sa BFP. Tapos, sa pagpasok naman sa BFP, I applied pang December 2014 sana. But yun nga, yung challenge sa atin ng IT ay kailangan ang height waiver. So, hindi pa na-probahan yung height waiver namin doon. Kaya kami mga hindi binayaan ng height na delay kami. So, ayun, anong tawagin, yung next, inantay namin yung next na attrition quota. Kaya that is only 6 for Cordillera. So, doon kami, so instead of December, na naging March 2015. So, March 16, appointed kami 2015. So, yun, at during the training na, kasi sa process is, kaya naman, kasi syempre mga iguro tayo. So, sa process, kaya natin. So, pero pag yung challenge sa akin during the training is yung adjustment period. Kasi syempre, pag papasok kasi tayo sa uniform, is sa training kasi is, sa amin, sa BFP is yung in-house during our time. Kasi ngayon is may mga hindi na in-house, pero sa time namin is in-house kami. No communication outside for 45 days. Walang communication sa outside world. doon lang sa training center. And by the way, yung iba yung 45, may 45 days kasi na orientation sa regional level. Tapos after the orientation is antayin namin yung schedule namin for FBRC. Yung another 4 months of training. So yun sa 4 months po kasi na yun na training, doon yung challenge sa akin. Kasi yun nga yung adjustment natin. Tapos yung init pa doon kasi ang training center namin is sa Laguna. Tapos ang init doon, the environment, yun po ang naging challenge sa amin na kailangan kong i-adapt or mag-adjust. Para matapos yung 4 months na training na yun. And after naman yung trabaho naman sa after the trainings dito na sa is yun po na nakasanayan with my 9 years nakasanayan po natutunan. So yun po, yung at least yung willing tayong pagpapasok tayo sa tribe, yung we are willing to learn and to learn and to learn and to learn. Yun po ang natin, yung may matutunan tayo sa ating mga seniors, sa ating and to our juniors also. Hindi po kayo mga senior tayo is tayo ang may natutunan din tayo sa ating mga juniors. So, yun po. Nagiging experience ko sa BFP.
True. So, since nasabi niyo na non-nursing grad po kayo, so after graduation po ba ng nursing, is diretso na kayo BFP or naging RN po ba nag-practice tayo as a nurse?
Nag-practice po ako for 1 year as a community nurse, job order po sa province.
Ayun. So, let's proceed kay Sir, kung ano naman po yung experience ninyo.
Experiences. Napakarami kong experience. Pero, ang experience na to, kapag ikaw ay mag-apply ng trabaho, alam mo kung ano yung na-applyan mo. Alam mo kung ano yung papasukan mo. So, dahil ako ay criminology graduate, alam ko na kung ano yung mga gagawin. Alam ko na yung mga hirap na dadaanin. Gaya ng sabi kasi na you should be physically and mentally fit. So, lahat pinagandaan ko naman yun. No? Dahil alam ko kung ano yung papasukan kong trabaho. Magkakaroon lang tayo ng culture shock. Kapag hindi mo alam kung ano yung papasukan kong trabaho. So, dapat, kapag mag-a-apply tayo ng trabaho, alam natin. Baka mamaya, siya sabi mo, yung isang teacher, pupunta ako sa DJMP dahil magtuturo ako dahil meron silang programa na guro ko, pantay ko. So, ganon. Hindi na alam na merong training na sinasabi. Lahat naman ng tribe, may training yan. Rigid training. Anong klaseng training to? Ang training na to, ito siya sabi na from civilian to uniform. So, tatanggalin nila yung civilian mentality ng isang member para pumunta sa uniform. So, magkakaroon ng transition. So, yun. Doon sa experiences ko na yan, marami akong natutunan. First, discipline. Discipline sa sarili mo at paano mo ipakita sa mga nakakakita. Second, respect. You also respect your officers, your peers, your subordinates, and your client. So, these are the experiences na dapat natin makita in the uniform service. No? So, dapat nandun yung discipline, the respect, and last is the accountability. No? You should be in the uniform service, you should be accountable sa lahat ng mga ginagawa ng sa trabaho. So, yun lang ang gusto kong i-emphasize sa inyo na mga experience na nakita at ginagawa ko naman yan. Na-emphasize ko rin sa sarili ko na dapat gaganito dapat. At matutunan din ng mga gustong pumasok sa uniform service.
Ayan. So we're now near the closing of our program. So as a final question po natin mga ma'am and sirs, I would like for you to look at the camera in answering this question. So ano po yung mga messages niyo po sa ating mga siguro kahit sinong graduate that who would want to be part of the uniform service, kung ano po yung mga message niyo po sa kanila. So we will begin with the youngest in terms of the pagdating to youngest po when it comes sa service. Tapos we will end with the one with the longest, yung pati-tired na. Ayan, we will just go ahead po, sir. Ano yung message niyo po sa ating mga aspiring who wants to be part of the military or the uniformed service?
Ayan, so as a message sa mga bagong graduates natin or aspiring to enter the tri-bureaus, especially the PNP, be prepared. Ihanda niyo yung mga sarili niyo because joining the service is not just for fun or it's not just for practicality. Dito masusubok lahat ng masusubok yung mental ninyo, masusubok yung pagkatao ninyo. So ulitin ko, be prepared always be prepared pag papasok kayo sa PNP.
Okay, for the sa BFP po, sa mga bagong graduate, you are very much welcome to apply. Pag nakita po natin sa Facebook page ng Bureau of Fire Protection na meron po tayong recruitment, nasabi po kanina yung mga kailangan natin i-prepare. So as early as now, pwede natin i-prepare yung mga documents na pwedeng mauna i-prepare natin except for the clearances, kasi yung mga clearances natin ay may expiration good for 6 months. Kaya yung mga other documents na pwede natin i-prepare earlier, i-prepare po natin para sa pag meron na pong mga announcement na recruitment, ready na po tayo. Yan lang po sa BFP.
And finally, sir, your message.
Okay. Nasabi na nila na. But for the BGMP, kung gusto niyo pumasok sa BGMP, remember this. You should have the heart, a noble heart, to help our people who are in our facility. Why? Because if you don't have the heart to help these people, magkakaroon ka lang ng you will entertain idle. Magkakaroon ng boredom sa trabaho mo. But if you have the heart to help these people in our facility, you will enjoy being a jail officer. So again, kapag ikaw ay may puso na tumulong sa mga nangangailangan, ma-enjoy mo sa trabaho. Yun lang po. Magandang.
So before po tayo mag-end, I will give you the floor po to siguro plug kung meron po tayo mga announcements, PSAs, at upcoming activities. So we'll start with BGMP, sir, kung meron mga activities po tayo.
For this month, the BGMP is celebrating its 30th CRS month with a team nagkakaisang sandali, nakalimutan ko.
Kawanihan. Nagkakaisang kawanihan
at pamayanan sa bagong Pilipinas. And under this program, the whole month of June, we have lined up activities dito sa NTTJ. Kung nakita niyo rin po ang nilabas ng Baguio, nandoon ang BGMP, pedestrianization, na kung saan this is also a celebration of the CRS month na pinakita kung sino si BGMP sa pedestrianization na yun. So again, we have the line-up activities for the month. Makikita nyo si BGMP multi-province na nagkakandak sila ng tree planting activities, not once, not twice, but many times. We have also community involvement, no? Professionalization Day, at marami pang iba.
For the Bureau of Fire Protection Mountain Province po, the program of the BFP Mountain Province for this month is really, yun nga sinabi ko kanina sa mga activities na yung plant, the tree planting activities in compliance with the Adapa Mountain program of the Bureau of Fire Protection. So we are conducting regular tree planting. Basta may seedlings po na ma-request from the DNR, nagkakanda po kami ng tree planting. So sa mga gustong mag-enjoy sa activity, yun nga po, you are very much welcome.
Okay, so for the Philippine National Police naman, sa mga interested applicants natin, meron po tayong, the PNP Recruitment Service announced that there will be a recruitment process this 2024. So you are encouraged, yung mga sinabi namin kanina, yung mga requirements ninyo, yung mga initial requirements ninyo, please prepare them because the PNP is planning to recruit this 2024. Yun lang.
Alright, so yun nga po yung kanilang mga announcement. And before I proceed with my outro, mag-comment lang po, please like and follow all the socials na mga our guests from the BNP, BFP, and of course BJMP, and also please like and follow, and of course share na rin po yung for more updates of the relevant information happening around our province, PIA Mountain Province. At doon na ako nagtatapos ang first episode of our new program, Itako Amon. This is more of like a table talk or a podcast, if you may, or just simply a sharing of information. This has been your host. I am Valerie Taguba of the Philippine Information Agency. And see you guys on the next episode of Itako Amon. Bye!
We can go to a different world.